Welcome back to our channel. Thank you for joining me today in my 6-part beginner yoga series. If you have any questions about anything I go over today, please don't hesitate to comment in the section below, or you can always hit me up on Instagram @_YogaAnds. We're going to begin today's practice in mountain pose. So feet are going to be hip width distance apart. Arms down by side, fingers spread, shoulders down our back, gaze is forward. It will look like this from the side. This will be the way that you'll probably be facing on your mat. For purposes of the video, I'll be switching back and forth. To make sure that we are hip width distance apart, bring your 2 fists together and put them on the inside of your feet. The insides of your feet should be brushing the outside of your fists, and that way you know your hips are in proper alignment, or hope so. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, toes lift, gaze lift, fingers are reaching toward the ceiling, and my hands may be cut off, but they are still spread wide. Exhale, toes release, arms release, breath releases. Inhale, sweep your hands back overhead, toes lift, hands lift, gaze is toward the ceiling, really reaching as if someone could pick you off the mat. Exhale as we release any fear we may be feeling, all negative thoughts, release anxiety, release worry, release stress. Deep inhale as we lift our hands back overhead, really feeling the expansion in our ribs, feeling the expansion in our lungs. Exhale as we release all the air from our core, feeling it as it comes back towards your spine. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, interlace your thumbs. Exhale as we start to tilt over to our right side, gaze comes toward our left. Really pay attention to breathe into our side body organs. So bringing attention and breath over to our left side body, and think on the left side you have your kidney, your left lung, your spleen. Your next breath, come back up to center, release your arms down by side on the exhale. Inhale, sweep your hands back overhead, interlace your thumbs, this time extending over to our left side as our gaze comes toward our right. Bringing attention with our breath to our right organs. So over here we have our right lung, right kidney, gallbladder. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, release. Inhale as we sweep our hands back overhead, swine diving forward, coming into a forward fold, and I'll face this way. Coming into a forward fold, planting our hands onto our mat, bending our knees, grabbing the opposite sides of our elbows, gently taking rocks from side to side. This is a spine warm-up. Release both arms, let them hang free. We tend to carry a lot of tension around this area, so make sure that you release your jaw, release the tongue to the roof of your mouth, and breathe. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes one more time just to end on a positive note. Inhale, hands on shins, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up to stand, really slowly with control. Last thing that comes up is the head coming back into a mountain pose. Take neck circles slowly to the right. Inhaling as we drop our chin to chest. Exhaling as our head comes back between our shoulder blades. You can take neck circles at your own pace. Don't have to go as slow as me. Just remember to breathe. Take 2 more neck circles. And then come back to stillness. Once you're back to stillness, begin to take neck circles the opposite direction. Remember, tension and stress tend to build in the neck. Breathe. Take 2 more neck circles. And then back to center. Once you're back to center, slowly start to bring your shoulders up to your ears. Heart extends as you boost forward on your inhale. And this is how it looks from the side. So we're releasing tension not only from our neck area, but also our shoulders as well. People who do a lot of working out, or athletes, tend to have a lot of stress in their shoulder area. Might want to knock out a few of these a day. Take 2 more of these rolls. And then slowly start to bring it the other way. So shoulders in the front. I don't know if you can see me. Shoulders come in to meet each other toward the front. Again, still being conscious of breath. Take 2 more of these. And then we'll come back to stillness. Mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands on your mat, bend your knees, step back into a tabletop position. What tabletop position? You can do the same thing you did in mountain pose and make sure that your hip width distance apart. Bring your 2 fists together and put them in between your knees. Hands are shoulder width distance apart, fingers spread. You can keep your toes tucked or untucked, whatever works best for you. Inhale, gaze lifts toward the ceiling, tailbone lifts, core drops, coming into your cow. Exhale. Round your spine, push yourself away from your mat. Gaze is in between your knees. Cat. Inhale. Gaze back toward ceiling. Exhale. Gaze in between your knees. It's another really good spine warm up. It's also really good for a cool down. Take a couple of these at your own pace. Just remember to breathe. Take 2 more cat-cows. And on your second cat-cow, because you're not going at anyone else's pace, come back to stillness in tabletop position. Tabletop position, bring our left knee forward, coming into a pigeon pose. The modified version, you can stay on your knee like this. Make sure that your toes are tucked under. For people that have further to go, you can come down onto your thigh. Toes again stay tucked under so that your hips remain square. Once you find a comfortable alignment in pigeon pose, slowly start to walk your hands forward, coming onto your forearms. If you're comfortable, stay here. If you feel that you have further to go, bring your arms out in front of you Either bring your hand to your hands or bring your head to the mat. Again, it's whatever is most comfortable for you. Breathe into your hips. Breathe into the left buttock. Wherever you feel uncomfortability, fill that area with breath. Take 3 breaths here. Deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. Deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. One more time, deep inhale. Nice deep exhale, and then slowly start to walk your hands back up. Come back to tabletop position, and then switch legs. Bring your right leg forward. Left. Back in the tabletop position, and then switch legs. Bring your right foot forward, your left foot shoots back, toes stay tucked under. Again, you can either stay on your knee for the modified version, or you can come on to your thigh, whatever feels comfortable for you. If you are on your thigh and your foot can't come all the way up, then you want to make sure that your toes stay pointed instead of flexing your foot. Slowly start to walk onto your forearms. And again, if you're comfortable here, stay here. If not, you can do the fullest extension. Bring your head down to the mat or on top of your arms. And breathe into your hips. Breathe into your right buttock. Breathe wherever you feel uncomfortability. And just a little reminder, or maybe just a little sidebar period. A lot of people think that low back problems just comes from them bending over or just too much strain, and that may play a part, but most back problems come from inflexibility of the hips. So making sure that your hips are open is not just for doing splits, it's also for posture and back health. Slowly start to walk your hands back up. Come back into tabletop position, and from tabletop position, bring the tops of our toes to touch. Slowly start to bring our tailbone to the tops of our heels. Arms stretch out in front of you. Head comes down to your mat. While you're in child's pose, which is your resting pose, just remind yourself of all the reasons that you're thankful. Remind yourself of what you have to be grateful for. And also thank yourself for showing up for today's practice. Couple breaths here. Take 2 more deep breaths. After your second breath, bring your right arm, scoop it underneath your left for a twist. Still breathe. Take deep breaths here. On your next breath, bring your left arm back to center. And then switch to the opposite side. As you can see, I don't really have any room, but I'm pretty sure you will. So just make sure that if you don't, that you move your mat over. Back to center. Come on to the tops of your toes, hands in prayer position. Thank you so much today for joining me in my practice. Thank yourself again for showing up. More videos are to come. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. Like, comment, and share.